everyone. Hello. Welcome to my first show of my live stream, and today we're going to go over a few different things of my new company. So we'll see how that all goes. I'll go ahead and give it a minute to see if anyone comes in on the first day, but first live stream, we'll see how it all goes. As you can see, my setup's not great. So we'll get everything settled eventually, right? But we'll give everyone a minute and see what happens. See if anyone comes in or not. Let's do it like that. Let's try that. There we go. I'm not out of frame today. This is getting really washed out though, so we'll end up figuring it out, How's that? Nope, still washed out. Well, at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter, What matters is I'm doing it, right? All right, well, we'll go ahead and give it one more minute. See if anyone pops into my live stream, my first one. Let me text somebody real fast. No, I don't want to promote it on that. I don't want to promote it on your thing. All right. I just want to text someone real fast to make sure that this thing was working. You know what I mean? It's like text someone, be like, hey, watch this thing real fast for me. But all right. What I wanted to do was, wait a minute or two to see if anyone comes in. But at the end of the day, I have a feeling I'm probably going to be doing this to an audience of me today because, who the hell am I, right? And that's exactly what, I wanted to start off by saying is that my name is Chris from Life Collected. This YouTube channel that you're on right now is Life Collected. So if you found this channel somehow, please like, comment, and subscribe. I'll be doing this at least 2 times a week from now on. This is, going to be my main job. I will be making and modifying clothes into doing all kinds of things. And then not only clothes, but this one's a little pillow. But I've made clothes in the past as well. Here's a jacket that I made. This is a raglan sleeve jacket. So as you can see, you got a pattern here, and then you got solid black sleeves, which is actually the inverse of this same thing. So there's that black on the inside, because it's not lined. Oh, lost my focus there for a second. But yeah, this is my jacket. I love a good raglan sleeve jacket. And then the back of it actually has a shiny skull on it. Ain't it cute? Ain't it cute? So this will be something that eventually will be for sale. I don't know, probably not in this fabric, because I only have so much of this fabric. Oh, you know what? Here, let me try to link this guy, see if I can get him in here. How do I do that? I wonder. Oh, okay. Just trying to see if we can do stuff, what we're doing. Make sure that it's working. Paste link. Let's see if this live is working or not, right? Gotta see if someone will come in and talk to me, right? But yeah, so as I was saying, this is a hoodie. I like a nice slim fit. It's not too wide, but at the same time, it does fit well. You know, nice and tight. One thing that's really cool, I'll come up here close. I don't know if I'll be too washed out. Let's see if I end up being too washed out. Yeah, I'm saying I'm going to be too washed out for you guys to really see. So let's try doing it a different way. One thing that I really loved about this one is if you look, let's see if we can get it actually focus on it. There we go. So this will actually be able to be like a rainbow color. So isn't that cute? But this is a little hoodie of mine, or technically bomber jacket, raglan sleeved. And this will be one of the things I'll have eventually for sale. I'm actually going to have it, let's see, one that I will be making for myself. I've actually been doing for a little while. So I make masks and I give them out for free. If anyone does want one, they can have it. But this is, well, the fabric will actually be out of. So it's all sewn together, every single little piece. All sewn together. And then that will eventually become this guy. So you can tell me what you think eventually. I'm glad it's working. He told me it's working. So I'm glad it's working. And if you don't catch it on the live stream, feel free to watch this in the rewatch crew. I'll be much appreciative if anyone watches at all. At the end of the day, this is the beginning of a new company for me. And so I understand that, you know, the ground floor is going to be wide. There's 1,000 million YouTubers out here. So I get that it's going to take a minute for anyone to come up in this live stream. You know, none of y'all even know who the hell I am. So I get it. I ain't mad about it. But it's time. Let's see. Yeah. So that was the intro. I even have an agenda. I'm the most organized I've ever been in my life. And it's a Post-it note, so that's saying something. Okay. So that was the intro. My name's Chris from Life Collected. This is going to be a live stream twice a week of me doing stuff, specifically sewing and making a fashion company. Now you might ask yourself, what the hell is the name of it? Well, if you saw in the intro and the description there, it says, Welcome to the House of I. I am making all this stuff. Welcome to my house, the House of I, because I am making all this. However, you are the one buying it, and you are an I as well, and I want to make sure everyone out there is equal. I see everyone on Earth as equal. I'm not a nationalist or care about anything religious-based or anything like that. Everyone is welcome up in here. And with that, I will actually be doing multiple companies. So House of I is one of the brands. The other one is going to be House of Improvement. Let's see if this gets washed out as well. So this is currently what I'm going to be working on as my logo. It's like a gym. Every single year is going to get more and more facets to it. Kind of like the diamond in the rough kind of idea that right now I'm just a lump of coal. But I'm going to keep compressing, keep refining, and then eventually I will be a full-out diamond. Or more an emerald, because that's just my favorite thing is emerald. So I'll be a full-out emerald, which this will actually be like a pale green-black, and then get slower and slower, get to like green, get to like a full emerald. Excuse me, let me get some water here, which shout out to, see if it gets washed out, but shout out to Silky Nutmeg Ganache, my favorite, well, one of my favorite drag queens. And a certified lip sync assassin, which again I think is going to be washed out. I'm going to have to get some new lighting and stuff in here. This is definitely a trial one for the first live stream. This is kind of a trial. But I'm going to be doing some stuff today for sure. So I wanted to say that, you know, the House of Improvements, which is what the I actually stands for, and then that will be a full customizable brand. So you will be able to pay me to make customized clothes for you. So you want, you know, a part of a Funko shirt, but mixed with other things, great, I can do it. You want a jacket, a dress, I mean, I make full-out choir dresses right now and theater costumes. And so I can make you suits, I can make dresses, I can make jerseys and hoodies and all kinds of wonderful things. Here's, for instance, another thing that I made. I love a jacket. Half my label is probably going to be jackets. I'm going to be level with you. I love a good jacket. This one's another one of mine. This is actually what they would call a cutaway. I don't know if I can even get far enough back for you to see, but it's like it actually cuts away and it becomes like a point. I'm going to have to figure out a better setup to get all of this stuff, all my beauty in and get all of this table at the same time. We're going to work on it. One of the things I love about this one is that I put a point on the sleeve. If you notice, because it's like so many fabrics, over time it's actually like gotten like warped. So I'm going to work on that. Work on, getting everything right, getting everything to be awesome and beautiful. I'll also be making some pants. I love high-waisted pants. So these pants are actually have a 3-inch waistband on them, but it's still an actually zippered pants. Full zippered pants. This one doesn't have a button on it currently, but I put buttons on them. I can put whatever I want on it. And just so you know, there is a local company here named Fabric, and it's a Fashion and Business Resource Innovation Center is what it stands for. And what that is it's going to help me make this company. So if I end up selling 100 of these, it can actually help me make them. And I won't just be doing this myself. I can actually hire that company and contractors locally in America, which is where I am. I'm in Phoenix, Arizona, if anyone's worried or curious. And so what I'll be doing is be able to make all kinds of cute little things. Let's see, what else I wanted to show off? Oh, yeah. This guy. So I have a fashion design degree. The things that I've showed you so far were all part of my very first collection. This collection was a transition collection for someone who is transitioning genders. And so the first 2 were male outfits. The third was gender neutral, and the last 2 were female looks. And so this one was the finale female look, if you could believe that, because, I still love a gender neutral style, even when it's supposed to be, kind of, women can be dope too, right? It's like women, I'm not into the traditional shit. I'm into more modern things. And so at the end of the day, my looks will be very streetwear inspired, but can be also very classy. If you're curious, I'll come up a little closer and see if I won't get washed out here is what I'm looking at, but let's see if I can get done. We'll figure it out. But at the end of the day, this is gorgeous. This is actually $400 in fabric that you're looking at right now. And it has an underlayer, which is definitely going to get washed out, but it's literally 2 layers thick of lace. And then on top of it is an overset of more what's called a power mesh. And so this is actually 3 layers of fabric all put together and then sewn, and so you actually have a functioning jacket, which was not flipping easy. Let me tell you what. And it's not, as perfect as I could get it nowadays, but I wanted to show off something that I worked in college on. Just kind of give you an idea, an impression of what kind of designs that you can get from me. And so this little girl is going to sit right here. This is the only dress form I have in my house currently, besides for something that I used to work on a lot, called half-scale dress forms. And so this is a half-scale dress form. It's, from top to bottom, 18 inches. And I just have, literally a bunch of clothes that I've made on top of it. This is my favorite little look that I've made. This was for school, for college, and it was for if I was going to work for Chanel. And so I decided that I was like, I'm going to make a little fringe. And then this is all custom fabric that I got on Spoonflower. And then a cute little custom skirt as well. But I will be doing some doll clothes. And that was kind of the basis for that. When I was in college, that was pretty much the only stuff I did. This collection that I did that was full-length stuff that was the first time I had really made full-length clothing, is when I first did that. And so since then, and when I went to college, that you do all that, you get the bachelor's degree in fashion design, which is what I have. I also have a associate's degree in robotics and embedded systems. And so this kind of guy actually lights up. Like all of that, there's those LEDs in there. I tried it the other day, and the battery was dead. And I was like, oh, I should have checked that. Whoops. And I was going to go to the store and go get some. However, my coworker, unfortunately, tested positive for COVID. And so I didn't go to the store like I wanted to. I also am using a lesser camera right now because the camera that I wanted, apparently I needed an HDMI cable, which I didn't realize that I would need. And I was like, oh, okay, I have one. And then it ends up I needed a micro HDMI cable. And I'm like, well, that's not good at all. So we're using a much older webcam on a laptop that has not been turned on since literally 2009. So, it's going to be a process. And, a lot of the beginning of this company is going to be expanding and, cleaning up my closets and cleaning up all kinds of things, getting this room, getting my life, and getting on track, as they say. Pushing and hustling, I believe is the term. I was never good at any of that kind of stuff, so we'll give it a try. Okay. And just so you know, this is on Life Collected channel. And the channel won't be changing. And I might make another channel eventually. We'll see. But, there will still be collectible content coming out. I love collectibles. I got tons of them. And in fact, I even got some for giveaways for tonight. If anyone does comment, all you got to do is comment, and you can, and even after the live stream, feel free to comment, and I will literally be sending everyone who comments for the next month. I will automatically be contacting you and sending you some kind of giveaway or prize. And a little incentive to come and watch me and kind of figure out what I'm all about, because I am, a collectible guy. I love me some Funko. I love me all kinds of things, but I still want to do fashion. I still want to do, not just one dimensional. I don't just want to unbox things my whole life. It's like, that's cool, but I really want to show off American craftsmanship as well. It's sometimes you see or hear millennials aren't doing the same, not working hard, or, they demand so much. And it's like, I want to show that, there is American craftsmen still. I am here to do hard work, to do work every day to make my life a better thing. And I hope this helps you too. Whether it be the customized clothing that finally fits you because your shoulders are a little long or short, or maybe your torso is a little long and you're like, I just can't find anything that's fitting me. I'm your guy. I'm going to help you with that, and I'm going to do low run and maybe some higher run stuff too. But a lot of things I'll be making, I only have 5 or 10 yards of, and I'll happily make that one dress for you or that one thing. And that's kind of the unique thing that you can get from me, is that you can actually talk to me, and eventually I want to be going on to Pop Shop Live, maybe Whatnot, other kind of sales apps, and being like, all right, here's, 10 pillows that are for sale, buy them up, And so we'll go ahead and leave these here, even though, again, they're probably going to get washed out. But, we'll put them there just in case. Just in case. Ugh. It's like I'm nervous or something. But I better get used to it. This is my life, y'all. I'm 100% very serious about making this company. At the end of this year, my current job, I'm working 6 hours a day, 5 days a week. I was doing 8 hours. I told them, I'm like, look, I'm going to do two less hours. I'm going to go home and be able to do these live streams. I might end up doing more hours here and less hours there and going to noon instead of 2. But, we'll see how I grow and how my audience grows. If I can get some people in this live stream and get people watching me and buying stuff, then I will quit that job as quick as I can. If not, I will happily, at the end of December, I've already given my notice. So next year, 2023, this is my only job. So, know fully going in that this is it. This is the job for me. I am trying to make this company as much as a collectibles kind of company and home goods company, but also fashion and streetwear and all kinds of, amazing, cute little things. And so I want everyone to understand and know, like, what they're getting into, right? It's like, there's going to be a bunch of cool stuff. But it's been 20 minutes now of me just talking. And so I want to show off. Well, I think because it's just getting washed out so badly, I think we might end up skipping the sketchbook, because I was going to show off a few like sketches and things, but I don't like on my screen. This is just showing up as white. And if I go really, really close, oh, there we go. You can actually see that. So maybe we can show off a few. These are just some of my designs. I make, women's clothing. This is personally all female, but as I've said, everything for me is kind of more gender neutral. I love a high hood and, a high collar. If you see this one right here, I have very much an anime inspiration to a lot of my designs. So, I mean, you could see that right on, a lot of, like, My Hero Academia kind of characters, like, actually, Jujutsu Kaisen. They actually have a character very similar to that, where he has a thing over his mouth, and it's pretty common in, a lot of animes to have that look. There's another one. I love this one. I have one with like a huge sleeve. I love doing like, it's basically looking at the same dress or looking at how to do it, and then a bunch of different ways, right? I am a modest designer, meaning I'm not necessarily wanting to do a ton of low rise or low, a lot of cleavage, all that. Probably not going to see that a ton from me, but it's not saying that everything's going to be clean. Okay, I am an adult and I do adult things. And so I understand you want to show some cleavage, you want to show all the bits and good stuff. Yeah, I'm down for it. I just want to do it with some class. I consider myself, I call it modern fashion, but not just necessarily modern. I call it modern surrealism. Because it's like I want to kind of take anime and take pop culture, but make that a little more practical. And, it's kind of like how you see the Marvel Cinematic Universe take this comic book character and then be like, oh, it'd actually just be like a leather jacket. Instead of being like, oh, this skin-tight bodysuit that, this person would be wearing in a comic book, actually it's a leather jacket and a pair of pants. And it's like, that's really what you can expect from me, is that translation of, the drawn image of, say, Captain America, Superman, whatever, the White Rabbit, and taking that into, okay, I can make a vest out of this. I can make, get a monocle and get a vest and get you going. And I am doing, going to be doing some cosplay. One of the things I had said in one of my previous videos was doing an Edna Mode cosplay. 1 second. I got a bunch of clothes on the floor over there. If you're curious, like, what is it going off screen for? And so this is a technique called shadow folding. And this is actually how I'll end up doing the Edna Mode cosplay. And so with that, this was actually supposed to be like a little protest hoodie that I made. And it's supposed to look like a chain link fence, is what the idea was. And so the whole back of it is all like, it's supposed to look like a chain link fence. But you can do this style in a bunch of different ways. And one of the ways is you can definitely make little triangles. Because that was like doing triangle into triangle. And so you get that the barbed wire type effect. Well, if you only do half of it, you just get like sharp triangles. And so that will be done on the sleeves, and a little bit bigger too, because Edna Mode had them like 2-inch big, where these ones are 1-inch big. And so I'm going to get that as one of my first cosplays I'll be doing. And as you can tell, Edna Mode, female, me, man, I don't care. Gender bend it all the day. I don't care. Like, you know what I mean? I'm not in it for the gender. I'm in it for the accolades and for the looking fabulous. Okay? So, next thing I want to talk about is this guy. You've seen me touch him like 30 times in this thing. I keep doing it because I'm very nervous. And so I wanted to talk about one of my first products, and that will be pillows. 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 There you go. That's pillow. Pillow. And so what this is just a standard hypoallergenic pillow. Let me get a pair of scissors real fast. I have scissors. There we go. I'm going to get a little pair of scissors real fast. So this is a hypoallergenic pillow. Zipper on the bottom. Let's see if my focus is going crazy. Yeah. So a little pillow, this hypoallergenic, has a little zipper on it, so you can take this pillow off, which literally is like just fluff inside. It's like just literally fluffies. So you can take it off and actually wash it, or I think you actually just leave it as is and wash it like that, and then you let it dry and stuff. Otherwise, yeah, they're real cute little pillows. And if you don't like these kind of pillows, we could definitely talk about other types. I'm down for that. But this is a 14-inch pillow and firm and U.S. made, all U.S. I love U.S. stuff. We're going to try to do as much U.S.-based fabrics and everything as possible. Because at the end of the day, as I've said before, this is about U.S. craftsmanship. So let me use U.S. cotton and U.S. polyester and U.S., all the good goods. Let me get that good, all right? But one thing that we will be using is T-shirts, which a lot of those are made in Mexico, Cambodia, China. And so, I'm not against using Chinese-made or anything, but I really prefer the quality of American-made goods. And so this is a Funko T-shirt. If you actually watch my channel, I unboxed this. I think it was from either I Want This Stuff or it might have been off Whatnot, like one of their like type little mystery boxes and things. I honestly don't remember. I would have to look it up on one of my videos and see exactly which mystery box I got it in. The problem with it was it's a medium. I'm a large. I'm a large guy, about 160, 170 pounds or so. 34-inch waist, but, I'm skinny, but only by so skinny, right? But this don't fit me. And I got it, and technically I remember, writing in I'm a large, and they sent me a medium. And I'm like, some people could have been like, I'm going to talk to them, I'm going to get all this. And I was like, you know what? I can make this into a pillow. So that's what we're going to go ahead and do today. I'm going to show you for the next, 20 minutes or so. I'm going to go ahead and show you how to turn this into a pillow cover. And then if anyone is in this live stream, which currently there is 0 people, if anyone ever does come in this live stream, then they can have it for free. And I also have a much bigger one. And if we get like 5, 10 people in this live stream, or if you comment down below, you could end up getting this sent to you, but with a Funko shirt, and I'll send you like a photo, like, hey, here's like 10 Funko shirts, or other shirts. I have Volcom, I have Hurley. I mean, the thing is with not changing sizes in a long, long time, because I've been large since I was middle school, I've been in a large clothing. So it's just like, I have 20 years of clothes, literally in boxes and things around here. You can see some of it in there and stuff, just random shit, And so it's just like, I want to make sure that I can actually convert these things because, Goodwill and these kind of places, they got too much stuff. And so it's just like, let me repurpose this into something that's actually going to be usable for you. So let me go ahead and show you how I'm going to do that, because this is a T-shirt. This is a pillow. You can't exactly just shove it in there and be like, all right, I'm done, which I have thought about doing. But I'm not going to do that. So what we are going to do is cut this up. I need scissors for that. I am off screen. I'm still here. My bad, my scissors are in a different location. Okay. So, we're going to take this guy right here, and I'm going to turn him into a pillowcase. Well, we're going to start turning him into a pillowcase. First thing we got to do is cut this guy up. Now, one of the things about the Funko shirts, no side seam. It's, a standard T-shirt, there is no side seam. So, luckily for me, this thing was in a package, and so it still has all of its it's kind of like its lines. And so we are going to go ahead and cut this sucker up. Now, one thing to note before we start is the size of this. So, a small would have a smaller logo, and you can have bigger logos if you get to a bigger shirt. And so it is, I'm going to be thinking about that. Like, my clothes will fit certain size pillows. If you want something smaller, I could definitely try to find like a kid size and make you little pillows and bigger pillows and whatever the hell you want. I'm down. I'm pretty easy going. So, what we're going to do is go ahead and cut this little guy up. Really high-end ones, we might end up seam ripping, but being as this thing has no seams to really rip, yeah, we're not going to. And you might be thinking, just in case you're curious, like, how do they make a T-shirt with no side seam? And what it is called knit in the round. And the machine actually is round, and it actually can knit from all angles. So it does one row, and that actually is the entire bottom of it. Then it goes up and up and up and up and up and up and up, and then you get something basically with no sleeves on it. And the only thing you really have a seam on is your sleeve and your collar. Everything else literally doesn't have it. So let's go ahead and open this little guy up. Now, I am doing all of this live. I don't have something to cut away to be like, hey, here's it already done. I technically was supposed to have one. I figured it would have been a good idea to actually have one. And then I ended up making a bunch and then giving them all as Christmas gifts. Because my parents got a new RV, and I was like, oh, I'll make a bunch of these, and then gave them all out as Christmas gifts. So now, I cut the seams. Well, cut a little bit of it, and now you can see it's basically a huge front and a huge back. Let's go ahead and cut the other side. All right, so now we have a back, and we have our separate front. Okay, now what we're going to do is this part really depends on the pillow that you have. A bigger pillow, you got to cut a bigger piece, right? Little loose threads to get rid of those. And so this one is a 14-inch pillow. This is bigger than 14 inches, as you can tell. So what we're going to need to do is cut it down. Now, this is something that in the future, I'm probably going to look at how necessarily, it's probably going to be easy to do it this way for this time. In the future, I'm definitely going to be getting some patterns. Oh, here, I'll show you an example. This is the back of a vest. Where the hell did I put the front of the vest? I don't know where I put the front of the vest. But we'll just look at this. So this is hard paper. It's called oak tag paper. It is flexible. It's exactly like a manila envelope, but a little bit more flexible, but it is like laminated. And so very strong. And this is how all your professional patterns are made. So if you went to some factory in Singapore, Cambodia, China, whatever, this is what your little T-shirt or something would be made out of. Now this one is for a vest, and that's like the back. So you can kind of see that would be a sleeve. It'd be like this, right? So it'd be back, and then you'd have a seam in the middle, and then there you go, right? And so eventually we will have that for this as well, being able to do squares. Give me my nose there. But for now, I'm just going to show you how to do it without one. This is a ruler. This is a cool little ruler because it's very big. That's really the only thing that makes it cool. I like it. I got it from my grandmother. I was cleaning out one of their houses and got this guy. So what we're going to do is, well, actually, first of all, I do actually want to cut these sleeves fully off. You honestly don't need them. Because there's a seam there, and, you know, in the future, I do want to do one where I actually show you how to keep the sleeves on, and then I'm actually going to put more stuffing into the sleeves, and that way you get a pillow that actually is like a little hoodie, right? So I'm putting like little sleeves on it, and so you actually have that in the future, because that's, you know, a little different, something different, because I mean, anyone can make one of these little things already, and so it's like I want to show people what other stuff can be made. So, from one side to the other, this piece is about 15.5 inches. We need it to be, well, this is 14 inches, and then there's something called seam allowance. Seam allowance is I'm going to have to sew this thing together, and you want to have a little bit of extra fabric outside of the actual, in this case, pillow and garments or whatever. And for this one, I'm going to do a 1/2 inch seam allowance. And actually, I'll probably do a little bit less than that, but, you know, we'll start at basically that. Let me get something real fast. So this is chalk. It's just a little chalk. It's called Taylor's chalk. You'll see me use different various colors. Here's a blue one that I have. I have white ones as well and stuff, which I probably should use the white one on this black stuff, but I like my yellow one. And so we're going to go ahead and draw on this guy. And my nice, easy ruler made it nice and easy. And so now we have a little line. Cut the line. That got rid of that little collar piece. Again, in the future, I will actually show you how to keep this collar. We'll end up stuffing a little bit extra and actually making like a little 3D pillow. But for now, let's make a cute little simple pillow. You know, step by step, right? So what I'm going to need is to know exactly how big this is. So I'm going to need it there. Okay. So what I've done is mark on this side, because it was 15.5 inches, I actually needed to be 14.5 inches. So basically, I'm marking off 1 inch. And then now I can go down. Of course, I only need 14 inches, right? Well, 14.5, right? And this one, I did take a little peek behind the scenes. I actually did measure this thing beforehand. And guess what size it is? It's pretty much perfect. So, you know, I kind of thought about that. I was like, oh, man. I was like, you know, God provides, right? Isn't that what they say? I was like, I needed an example, and this guy sent me the wrong thing, and there you go. I got what I needed. So, now we have 3 sides marked. Now we have 4 sides marked. Because you just take those 2 points, and then I'll go ahead and show you. So you actually have now a little perfect box. And if you see, the I am late and like the top of his head are basically right at the end there. So the pillow, like the I am late will actually be like down here, and his little face will be up here. So it will be the whole pillow. I kind of thought about that ahead of time. I was like, that's actually going to look pretty cool, right? So let's go ahead and cut them out. Just in case you're curious, these are Japanese scissors. Really high-end, really nice. I highly recommend them, but at the end of the day, as long as you're using something sharp, you know, go for it. These are, you know, higher-end Japanese scissors that I got for college as like a, you know, every year in college, I'd be like, all right, give me 1 or 2, you know, really nice school supplies. And this was one of them. And still, you know, a couple years later now, I graduated college in, oh man, like 4 years ago now, right? So, you know, it's been a minute. And yes, scissors do go dull. So eventually, you know, I will need to get me another pair. And being as I was talking while cutting, my cutting was not perfectly straight, but hey, it's all right. It's just a little demo for today. And I see I have one person in. Hello. Feel free to comment if you like. This basically becomes trash, just in case you're curious. I have considered keeping them, to do like a mask, because I do make masks and give them out for free. Feel free to hit me up on Chris from Life Collected on Instagram, or you can private message me here, and I will literally send you these for free. This is, the Avengers. Oops, upside down. All right, so that's Thor and the Avengers, and then like this one is just like a cute little Japanese design of like koi fish. Different kinds of things like that. I have all kinds of cute ones. I've switched to a lot of these kind of ones. I also have done like fun ones if you need like, you're going out on a celebration out in town. And so this one's actually sparkly, but then still cotton knit on the inside, like a cotton, like a high-end organic cotton on the inside. So it's actually, it's still usable. I mean, granted, I always recommend 2 masks, especially if you're going in like public somewhere. But hey, that's just in case someone out there ever wants one. I do give them away for free, including shipping. I even pay the shipping. I've even paid shipping to like Canada and stuff, and I don't mind. To me, it's about, the community. I don't want to just be about me. That's why it's House of I. It's kind of like, yeah, it's about me, but it's also about you. You're an I, this person's an I, everyone's an I, right? So it's like, that way it's your clothes, it's I's clothes. It's like, you know what I mean? They was trying to be clever. What can I say? I'm trying to be clever. So, now we got to pick out, because this is half of it, right? And you got this nice little pillow now, but, nothing on the back. So, I've grabbed a few fabrics, and let's see if we can get a comment going, huh? We have 3 options. Okay, so we have, actually I'm going to do 4 options. Option 1. This is rainbow fabric. I'm gay, if you didn't know. So, I mean, it's kind of obligatory. During the meetings, the secret gay meetings, they hand out fabric. Just kidding, but, they do hand out I got a little rainbow fabric. I mean, I had to buy it, right? This is a jersey, so it is going to be nice and light. That's option A. Option B. This is real dark blue dotted material. So it's a bunch of like light pale blue dots on a black background. I thought it would actually look pretty good with this. Now, fun little fact for you. I work in a place where I do manage the inventory of all the fabrics. It is essentially impossible to match 2 blacks. Crazy. Like, literally, we've been buying fabric for 30 years at the company that I work at. Never have we ever had 2 blacks come in that look the fucking same. It's crazy. And so these will not be perfect matches, but dark and dark, it still looks good. Option 3. And actually, we'll say only 3 options, because I'll take that other one and I'll do something else with it. This one is kind of, if no one comments, this is going to be the one that I pick. This is actually denim. I have actually, hold on. So in my collection, I actually made a pair of pants out of this with a really, really thin waistband, and it's actually designed for the shoelace belt. And so I wanted a pair of pants to actually match the shoelace belt. And so this is a cute little pair of pants that I made, railroad zipper, because it's actually, if you look at it, it's actually pearlescent. I don't know if I can get it. Let's see if I can get that to actually pick up. No, it's going to be too washed out. But this is actually pearlescent. And so I did that like on purpose to like show it as a thing, right? And so if you look, it's going to be kind of hard to see, but it actually entirely has gold thread running throughout it. The whole thing. And so, what do you think? Which one did you want? I have a few backups as well. I got a lovely check pattern, which is not going to show up on this screen at all. It's all going to be a moirade, which is what that's called, by the way, in case you're curious. And then this is like a solid green. I just did another one in this one. Where did I put that fabric? Oh, it's over there. But I was making another set of pillows, and that was the back I used for that. So, what do you think, buddy? Why don't you go ahead and comment? I see someone watching, so, go ahead and give it a comment. I'll wait 1 minute. This one is 3. This one is 2. Where'd you go? Where'd you go? I just put you down. See? That's how badly I didn't want to use that one. Oh, yeah. And that's 1. This guy is going to be 1. This guy will be 2. And then the shiny gold will be 3. Which one would you like? I'll give it like another 10-20 seconds just to see if anyone comments. Otherwise, we're going to pick this guy. Even though he will be heavy, I just think it's going to be cool looking. You know? You tell me. What do you think? No, you don't want to comment, buddy? Okay. Well, if you're just watching, I appreciate you. Thank you. But otherwise, feel free to pick. All right. Well, I don't see any comments. Yeah, I don't see any comments. I wonder if it actually will. I mean, it has to show me on my YouTube comments on this thing too, right? But in fact, this is my first time ever using StreamYard. So if this works or not, I have literally no idea. I shouldn't say that, huh? Well, you know, planning has never been my strong suit, but trying has. I'm willing to try anything. All right. Well, I like my denim. And I don't see any comments. Yeah, I don't see no comments. So we're going to go ahead and go with denim. So this is a front. Now, there are multiple ways to make a pillow cover. What we're going to do, I'm actually going to move these over here. What we're going to do is we're going to do an envelope one. What this means is there will be no zipper on this product besides for the one that was like included in it already. So there will be no zipper, and so it will literally be one piece over top of the other, and there will be an overlap, and that way it will actually it's called an envelope, right? It will sit in there, and it will work, and it will be awesome, and it'll be really cool. So first thing we do is we have this huge piece of fabric. We don't need a huge piece of fabric. We need a smaller piece of fabric. Those Japanese ones are good at one layer, but are awful at anything more than that. Those ones are even worse. Definitely shouldn't use those for that. But we will figure it out. Let's see, unless we want to use something else. That's what happens when you're flipping gobs of fabric. I don't know how much you can see. Yeah, see. Yeah, there are 2 of these. I mean, that's massive. I just have literally hundreds of yards of fabric. I had a problem for a while where I was buying everything off the damn shelves. So bear with me as I go through my massive collection. Not to brag or anything, I just buy cheap. I was buying like fabric like every day for a while there. Like, I need to try denim out. Now I need to try rayon out. Now I need to try the combo of it out. Like, I was just going nuts. So what we're going to do is we need to measure. So if you want something to be 14.5 inches and then have a 3-inch overlap, that's 17.5 inches. All right. Okay, well this ruler is 18 inches. Convenient. So what we're going to do is now we need same thing we just did before, where we're marking everything. In fact, I'll probably just leave it as 18 inches. Why not, right? Now that's 18 inches in kind of like this direction. However, the pillow is equally wide on both sides, and so it is going to be 18 inches by 14 and a half. 14 and a half is there. Okay. Now we have this one. And you notice there are two layers because you're going to have one overlapping the other. You cut out two. So the top will always be 1, the bottom will always be 2. And that way I can definitely use up a lot of my fabric, but at the same time have a lot of customization to it. Because I mean, I could have had one side of this be one fabric and one side be the other, and however I want, or really however you want. Because I'll be taking orders and doing pre-order events and things like that. And if anyone does end up wanting a pillow or anything, then next 2 weeks from now, we're actually going to discuss prices. One thing that I wanted to do was be very transparent. And so I'll actually, some live streams will be here. The Friday live streams will always, I'm pretty sure, always be in this room, where I have another room where I do sewing, like actual sewing and stuff. So that will probably be the other place we'll be. And on like Tuesdays, I want to do another live stream, and that one's going to be upstairs on my computer. I'll be making logos, making designs, and anything digital I'll be doing, and even showing my accounting and showing, I want to really have like a lot of transparency. And so I actually want to show people like, hey, this is, this has cost me this much fabric, that shirt cost me this much, this pillow cost me this much, I'm going to charge you this much for it. That way, you and I both understand, oh, I made $20 on this, or oh, I make $5 on this, or whatever I make. I actually want me and you both to kind of understand that. I think that's part of the, American craftsmanship that I talked about earlier, is that some people, they're like, that's so expensive. And I'm like, well, is it? I mean, the guy got paid, $20 an hour. It took him an hour to make it. Okay, that's $20. If the pillow costs $20, that's $40. And that's making zero money. And it's like, I just paid my employee and that's it. If I want to make a profit, now it's got to be 45 or whatever. And so, we'll talk about that and how, how much my markup will be. And, a lot of that actually can be determined by you. I want, a nice community. Cutting at like a weird angle like this is so freaking difficult. So just turn it. Like sometimes I just make things more difficult for myself than I need to. One thing I will be doing on Tuesday is doing a big buy. I need irons and all kinds of fun stuff. I also set up a Cash App, Chris from LC, if anyone does want to help donate to that. If not, that's all right. I'm happy to make you a product in exchange for money, right? Like, I don't just need to be, give me money because I'm cute. I can also be, give me money because you actually want this, right? Well, at least hopefully, right? At least someone will. So, what we need to do now oh, you know what? I actually did cut that too long. Like, you know what? I actually did cut that too freaking long. I was just thinking about that. This is going to be too long. So, let's change it. People make mistakes, and that's okay. Yeah, because I don't need it to be that long. I need it to be, I had done my math wrong. Because I was thinking technically, I forgot that I should go to the half point plus 4 inches, not to the end plus 4 inches. Sometimes my brain just don't work right. You know, I think it's because I'm stressed out by this, but you know, we're going to get used to it. So, let's see. Half of 14 is 7 plus 3. 1, 2, 3. Let's do 3.5. And I'll make like a mask or something out of this later. There we go. That seems better. And so what we're going to do is there we go. That looks much better. And so what will end up happening is you get this, where this piece is longer than this piece, and so you end up having a literal, like you'll be able to slide in there, and that is how you will actually get. It's still really long. You know, I'm actually going to cut another inch off of it. This is why we'll eventually have patterns, but I kind of still wanted to develop the pattern and get all that going, you know. Yeah, let's go ahead and cut. Let's go ahead and cut another 2 inches off. Hope everyone is having a really good night. As I said earlier, I potentially have COVID and actually have a COVID test on Monday. So, you know, be looking out for my Instagram post, Chris from Life Collected, to be able to see if I'm nice and healthy or not. So, what we got to do, so what will happen is you have this and this, right? These two pieces overlapping. I'll actually fold that back. These two pieces overlapping, you got your thing in. So what we do now is actually get this to be a little different. And so to do that, we got to go sew it. Let's go on a little trip. Let's go a little trip to my house. All right. So this will be position 2 for now. I'm going to figure out exactly how I want to do it. But for now, this is how it's going to be. This right here is an industrial Juki sewing machine. And how basically these kind of machines work is that you have a cool little clutch motor down below. I wonder how washed out this is getting. Yeah, this looks like really fucking washed out. I'm going to have to watch this whole thing back and just see how fucking bad it is. And it's going to be very funny to me. So, for today's demo, let's see. I had put... Yes. So, for today's demo, I got... So if you look at it, it's actually I don't know how washed out. Again, that's gonna be very washed out. I gotta get to my other thing for sure, my other camera. Oh, sure, I need to use a different camera because this thing is getting fuzzy. There we go. I'm back. Yeah, so this is metallic. It's gonna be hard to see, but it's actually metallic. And so this little guy goes in the bottom. Well, technically, it actually has to go in the little bobbin case first. Ooh, you know what I can do? How's that? I bet that's a little bit better. So one thing that's really cool about this machine, now it's on. No noise at all. None at all. Literally no noise. Isn't that crazy? Now, if you have no idea, originally these machines were called clutch motor machines, like a car clutch. So you literally would always want to go 100%, and you were basically, the pedal was actually a clutch. This one, different. I'm going to leave it on red thread just because I think it's going to be easier for you to see. In the future, I'll probably switch to black. Or blue or something else. Oh, shit. Now, biggest downside to metallic thread is that it's actually quite easy to break. So we'll see how well this works. I was able to successfully make some for Christmas. That is not seated. So there's an idea in these things called seated, which means it's actually like in a groove and can pull freely. Well, if it can't be in that groove and pull freely, then you got to do it again. Fun little side note for me, I've decided to do an additional project where I am collecting all of my thread in this little bucket, and then at the end, I'll do some kind of thing with it. You know, make a free toy, make a mask, I don't know, make a stuffed animal. I don't know yet. Maybe I'll just glue it all together. I don't really know. Okay. Into the bucket you go. Get the threads. So, what we need to do is get this, but then kind of fold it in, and so that way when we have a stop stitch on this, we'll actually have like a cute little way of like doing it. Now, in the future, I will actually be binding all of these, but I was working on my other machine yesterday, and I realized how loud it was, and I was like, shit, I'm being too loud. And so I'm actually going to do like another demo where I like try this, and we'll see what happens. But for now, I'm going to do it this way. This is right. I'm right doing it that way. Now I put these decorative thread into the bottom. That way when I fold it over, like you just see me doing, I fold it over, this side will then get the decorative thread. Isn't that cool? Isn't that crazy how quiet that is? You know, maybe this angle isn't good. In the future, I might have to figure out a better way of like maybe putting you up here or something like that. We'll figure it out, y'all. Because as I said in the beginning, this is my business from now on. Like, I got an LLC and everything. Like, this is my life. It will ultimately be my life's work. And so, hopefully you enjoy it. How's my hair doing, by the way? I figured it would be fun if I had it all out today. So this is what you end up with. You see how shiny that is? I thought it looked cool on the gold itself. So that way you get like, you know, double shiny. It's double shiny. Kind of like me, washed out of smoke. Like, oh my god. I really should have tested my lighting, and I didn't think about that. You know, that's on me. In the future, it won't be this dirty either. Look how, like, some of that is not perfectly clean, but that's all right for now. This is a sample. This is like, you know, we're just kind of getting our feet together, right? You gotta do it again because there's two sides, and I want consistency. Even though you'll probably not see this side, you'll see the other side. I still want it to look good. And again, what I'm doing is folding a piece of this over onto itself and sewing it. Isn't that a cool noise? I think you guys can see this, right? And it can go fast. Yeah, this is. I just wanted to show this. Let's see, a little scrap piece that I have. There we go. Isn't that loud? Isn't that fast? It is loud and fast. Isn't that crazy? Which that was part of a failed project, so don't worry about that one. He did not like the results. Made me sad, but all right. So now we have our two pieces. What we need to do now is go pin all these things together, and then we can sew. Let's go do that. Come with me, children, if you want to live. Let's go. This is the part that I've thought about, and eventually I'm thinking of moving the this desk that I'm using out. Okay, so now I'm back in that room that you saw me in the beginning. So now we have these two pieces cut like this, right? Which realistically I would also have pressed these normally, but I'm kind of in a rush. I want to get this done and kind of just show you guys a cool little demo for today. But you know, the professionalism and the quality is just going to keep going up. Okay, guys? I promise you. So, we have the cool little front part. And how you do sewing, just basic sewing rules 101, is that you put the right seams, the right sides together. So this is the front, this is the right side, this is the wrong side. So you can put the right side with the right side of the other fabric. And then end up pinning the other one in there too. And so, here, let me get a few pins in and I'll actually show you what it looks like. Where the hell my pins go? As I said, chaos! Okay. So these are like little hammer pins. Look how tiny they are. They're so tiny. They're professional quality sewing pins for a professional man like myself. And basically, you just want to pin it in a couple places. You know, the people that I work with, they'll do like 2 pins, and then they'll be laughing at me for doing like 10. And I'm like, and their stuff will still come out better than mine. And I'm like, girl? I'm like, damn. So, this is what it looks like now. Now, the pins are in. Let's actually pin it like that, so that way it'll actually stay. So this is inside out, essentially. So that's, you see the back of it there. And so eventually, you'll have this cool little guy. I looked at the camera. It's kind of crooked, doesn't it? That looks hot. That looks lower than that. Oh well, we'll figure it out, guys. You know, life's about little mistakes, and that's going to be one of the kind of unique things about watching me is that you can see someone live make mistakes, and there are a lot of mistakes to make in sewing, and that's going to be kind of the fun, part of the charm, part of you understanding what craftsmanship is and what everything is, right? So let's go sew this up, because I know you guys are getting it. Let's finish this thing already. All right, let's go. We're gonna go on an adventure. Walking through my house, try not to die and all the shit that's in my house. I'm gonna end up still using that metallic thread, because why not, honestly. In the future, I probably won't, but for now, might as well. This is a professional sewing machine, so you do not sew over the pins. Or more like, I'm a professional, so I don't sew over the damn pins. There definitely is debate on that. Now, some people might do a full box square, which means they will stop on the corners and go stop on the corners, and you can actually point turn. So you stop at a corner, you turn the thing 90 degrees, and you keep going. I don't like doing that personally. I like finishing a line. The reason for this, I find these much stronger. Pull in the pen. I'm realizing that you're not going to be able to see any of this, huh? Now you can see where I get like my hunchback from, because it's just like I'm always crouched onto a flipping sewing machine. But I try not to. This is not a sewing chair that I'm in. The place that I work at never bought me a sewing chair, so the sewing chairs I bought myself, I ended up bringing to work. So I was like, well, I'm there for 8 hours. I want to have a good chair. This one, I wanted to make sure that I got within the limit. You're not going to be able to see that. I'm going to have to move you to a new location. You're going to have to be in a new location next time. We're going to figure it out. We'll figure it out together. I watched way too much Disney as a kid. Lol. Hey, first live stream and first bot, huh? That's cool. I don't speak Russian at all, my guy. So unless that ad's going to be in a different language, I'm not going to understand it at all. But it's cool to know my comments are working. So thanks for that. I do appreciate it. And so what I'm doing is sewing. All right. So, sorry for the shitty camera angle. So, let's go. Now that this guy's done, I have all 4 corners done. what we're going to do is go turn them inside out and put them on that pillow. And then we'll wrap up for the night. So I think an hour and a half is good for the first one. You know, so I can get my camera's angle figured out and all my other garbage figured out. I'll get it all figured out eventually. I also want to re-plug in my laptop here because this laptop's so old I have no idea how long it would actually last if it wasn't plugged in. Alright. I should get that down lower. Okay. So, we have this. That's the front and back. What we're going to go ahead and do is turn it inside out. Being as my viewer count is 0, I don't know if the giveaway part of this episode is going to work very well. But that's all right. I'll give it away on my Instagram later. That's Chris from Life Collected. And I think I did a pretty good job, so you guys can tell me later. So now we have our pillow. Isn't that cute? And in the back of it, you have that little envelope. But when it actually, is closed, it will look like this. It will look nice and closed. Pillow meet pillowcase. So there will be 2 ways of buying this. You will be able to buy this done as is, in the sense of the pillow and pillowcase, or you can tell me what the dimensions of your, pillow at your house is, and then your couch can be covered in Funko, or Bolcom, or Hurley, or heck, you can even send me T-shirts. That will be another thing that I'll be doing, is you can actually send me T-shirts, and I'll make you little pillowcases, and then I'll actually be doing quilting as well. All right. Are you guys ready? Look at that! Look at it! It's amazing! It's a little pillow. Okay. So, let's let that down. So, what we got here is a pillow. And it's a Funko pillow, which they don't make. And so I thought it would be a cute idea because they don't make them yet. And I was like, and it's recycling, because I took old fabric that I, had literally showed you guys already from my collection. And I was just like, let me do something with it. You know what I mean? Let me get back in frame. Let me do something in this. And so, close that, give a better look. So, what do you think? You like my pillow? Now, granted, pillows like this, because it is a T-shirt and you have the graphics material on it, it might end up being more of a decorative pillow, and then the back of it could be much more functional. So we can get a soft cotton on here or something like that. And so when you need it for the company to use, you can put it on that side. When you just want to display it for your Instagram post, something like this, put it on the front. Or just on your pillow, just so whatever, It just looks cute, right? I'm late. And all you guys were late to my live stream. Where is everybody, huh? It's almost like I'm brand new or something. But this is in focus. I command you to focus. My pillow. Isn't that cute? So we'll talk about prices and everything like that on Tuesday, or probably next Tuesday. Well, what do you think? Isn't that cute? I hope everyone likes it. It's definitely going to be my first product that I come out with, is little pillow coverings. So, what I wanted to do now is do a giveaway. However, my thing says there's 0 people watching, so I don't think that's going to work very well. So let's try this. At Chris from Live Collected on Insta. Oh, type in We entered. Boom. Okie dokie. I'll give that exactly 1 minute, and while I'm doing that, I will talk a little bit about me. So, I am Chris from Life Collected, as I've said multiple times. Feel free to like and subscribe and comment and do all these kinds of things. I have Instagram, I have a Twitter. I'm not going to list that one because that one's nothing but XXX content. Fun fact about me, I do and will be producing some adult content for the discerning gay man. Why not, right? I've always wanted to get into the porn production world, and might as well do it, right? It's like, who's holding me back? Who's here to tell me no, right? So it's like, I'm gonna do what I want, and I love my little pillow, and I hope you love your little pillows too, and I hope you love all my little content, And if you have any suggestions, whether it be I want to make a skirt or a dress or an outfit or whatever it is, bigger pillows or the rounded ones or pleated ones, and I have all kinds of fun stuff that I can do. I have a full out college degree, so I can probably do it. And if not, I have textbooks, I have all kinds of cool stuff to be able to do stuff. However, there is no one really watching tonight, which was expected. I mean, I was kind of hoping maybe my parents would come in, but hey, and I got like a literal sub, and even he was like, oh, I watched it for 2 minutes, and I'm like, not that much of a sub then, huh? So, life is what it is, right? And we can't all get what we want. I can't have 1,000 people in here tonight. It ain't how that shit's gonna work. But I'm not gonna get discouraged, and neither should you. Life is not always the easiest thing in the world. And it can be tough, and the people can come late into your life, and it can still be alright, guys, alright? Like, everything's gonna work out. Whether it does or doesn't, I've failed at everything that I've tried, and I kept on trying. And when I succeeded at something, great. And the next thing I did, maybe failed, maybe succeeded, but I fucking tried again. And that is ultimately what really matters. And so what I wanted to leave everyone here tonight with, because no one entered the giveaway, because ain't no one here. And so if anyone does want to enter, if anyone does watch this, contact me. I will send you something. You automatically win. Like literally the first 20 people that contact me, I will send you a Funko soda or a Funko Pop or this guy or whatever I want or whatever you want. Honestly, literally request something and I'll see if I got it. I got all kinds of random stuff, or I'll also be doing like discounts and stuff like that, like in the future, half off on something, all kinds of cool stuff, whatever I can do, and thank you so much, guys. Like, seriously, thanks so much for watching. If you watch this at all, even to skim through it, thank you so much. Seriously, like it means the world to me to have the confidence to come on here and talk to you guys. And whether I'm, 0 people or 1 million people watching me, I really appreciate it from the bottom of my heart, guys. It's like, this is my future. This is really where I see myself going. I've tried finding jobs and it's just not happening. I'm literally getting paid 1/5 of what the person before me got paid. So life's a little tough in America, But I did want to say thank you so much to everyone watching here now, watching in the future. I'll blow up real big and you guys are watching the first live stream like, look at this guy, he's come so far. Why don't you message me and tell me, And if you do, the code word is just flipping giveaway, because I didn't have no code word. And I'll say this, I have a video, I think it's 6 or 7, that actually has a giveaway that no one ever entered because, I have like 10 subscribers. And so it's like, I get it. Not a lot of people are going to do my stuff now. But hey, I'm going to be doing this all year. I'm going to be doing this all next year. This is what I'm going to be doing. Whether you watching or not, I'm still going to be doing it. So, love yourself. I love you guys. I love myself. And I want everyone to have a great day. Have a great month. Even if you got COVID, probably like I do currently. I want everyone to be happy and healthy and love yourself and love your neighbor. Bye, y'all. Bye, everyone. I'll see you on Tuesday. Ooh, a text message. He texted me how to go. Well, I haven't ended it yet, so let's end it so I can go text him back, all right? Bye, y'all. I gotta manually stop it because I don't know how else to. Bye. Thank you so much. See you again next time. Bye. From Chris from Life Collected to your house. Bye-bye.